Welcome to the Everett High School 2016-2017 registration process. We are excited to help you start planning for next year.
Registration is a very important time. The classes that you request for next year help us to build the master schedule. This is also a time for you to reflect on your success and struggles and plan for your beyond high school planning. It is very important that you take this process seriously and pick classes that will not only lead you to graduation, but will set you up to be successful after high school.
The counselors are excited to start the registration process, as this gives us the opportunity to meet with our students and help them forge a plan of success. It also utilizes the online registration platform that is used by many colleges, universities, and technical schools. You will learn more about this process and the benefits to you as a student as we move through the instructions. Your counselor is based on the beginning of your last name. If your last name begins with A through E, Ms. Steiger is your counselor. If your last name begins with F through LOU, Ms. Piatz is your counselor. If your last name begins with LOW through SER, Ms. Berry is your counselor. And if your last name begins with SH through Z, Ms. O'Brien is your counselor. If you are a current junior, you will keep the same counselor for next year. This allows counselors to get to know you a little bit better and help you with the college admissions process as well as planning for what you would like to do after high school. Today, you will receive 4 documents: a credit check form, a registration form, an EHS planning guide. This is a very valuable item, and directions for logging on to the Home Access Registration Center. It will be very important for you to keep these items, talk to your family about class choices, and have them filled out when you come to your meeting with your counselor. One of the items you will be receiving today is the Everett High School 2016-2017 Planning Guide. This is a great resource about everything to do with Everett High School and the registration process. There's information in here about classes, as well as information about planning for your future classes for Everett High School and planning for what you want to do after you leave here. There's also information in here about your Naviance. Remember to log into Naviance to look at the 4-year plan that we started working on this year in your classes. This will be a great resource to help you remember what it is you wanted to take for the next year. Remember, this is not set in stone, and this was something that you could change, so make sure you make any changes in Naviance as you make changes to your planning for next year.
On page 62 of the planning guide is a 4-year graduation plan. Please have this filled out when you come to meet with your counselor. This will be a fast way for your counselor to check that your high school plan is in agreement with your graduation plans. You will notice that there are some additional graduation requirements. We will explain some of these later in the presentation. The credit check form. This form shows you many things: the number of credits you've earned towards graduation, state testing requirements that you have met, your name, double check that you have the right one, classes you have taken and passed are in bold, classes that you are currently taking are in italics, elective classes. Remember, anything above and beyond the graduation requirement is considered an elective. The extra math and sciences you need for college will count as high school elective credits. This is because you are electing to take these classes. And finally, at the bottom are the minimum college entrance requirements. Remember, these are just recommended minimums. To be more competitive and a stronger candidate, it is always best to take the most rigorous course load possible. You also want to check with your individual colleges that you are most interested in to make sure they don't have any added requirements. One of those would be foreign language. Most colleges will admit you with 2 years of a foreign language, but some colleges require 3. Also, some colleges will waive the need to take a foreign language at the university level if you've completed 3 years of the same language in high school. This could be a big money saver. They are free here and cost you money in college. Credits are very important in high school. You must earn 22 credits in order to graduate. Each class that you take and pass at EHS is worth 0.5 or half of a credit. Each semester that you pass all your classes, you will accumulate 3 credits, so that means that each year that you pass all your classes, you should have earned 6 credits for that year. You do have a small cushion of credits. Those that pass all their classes will really graduate with 24 credits. You must also have these credits in certain areas. Your credit check form is a great place to double check that you have the credits in the right places. If you took some classes in middle school, those credits will only show up if your parents have signed the form to add them to your high school transcript. You can have these classes added at any time before graduation. Where can I find graduation requirements? Are you wondering where do you find the most recent graduation requirements? One of the first places to look is in the EHS Planning Guide. We told you this was a great resource. On page 8 of your planning guide is the most current graduation requirements for Everett Public Schools and OSPI. This is where you can find what classes you need, how many credits in each area, and any information about additional graduation requirements such as state testing. There is also information about the in-state four-year college entrance requirements. Remember to get the most updated information about the colleges or programs you are interested in after high school from the college's actual web pages. You can also look up the graduation requirements on the Everett Public Schools webpage. From the main page, it is listed under the Student tab. This information is updated regularly.
If you haven't been listening, it would be a good time to start. There are updated graduation requirements over the past couple years. You now need 4 years of English to graduate from high school. You can accomplish that by taking either a full year of AP English Lit, AP English Language, or a full year of English 4. You also need 3 full years of the Social Studies, 1 full year of World History, 1 full year of U.S. History, either AP Government, which is a full year-long class, or in your senior year, you can take Government and Psychology, Government and Sociology, or Government and Washington State History for credit, or Government and Global Issues. You also need to take the College and Career Readiness class. Another important class that you need to take is you must have a quantitative class in your senior year. If you have not already taken and passed pre-calculus, then you must sign up for one of the science, computer, or math classes in your senior year to take care of this requirement. Your counselor can help you at your registration time to help you make sure you're signing up for the right classes.
Honors and AP classes are a great way to push your academics and prove to colleges, trade schools, and the military that you are prepared for their programs. These classes are accelerated and provide a more rigorous course of study than the general classes. We have honors classes in most areas of math, English, and science. AP classes are offered in all the core areas, as well as a new AP Computer Science class. Anyone can take these classes as long as they have passed previous classes in those subject areas with at least a C or more and have completed any prerequisites. If you have any questions about these classes, please ask your current course area teachers about the possibility of you trying these out. You can find a description of these classes in the EHA's Planning Guide in their respective subject areas. World Languages. At this time, World Languages is not a high school graduation requirement. It is, however, a requirement for a 4-year college or university. Most colleges require you to have at least 2 years of the same language to be admitted to their campus. Some colleges, however, have a requirement of 3 years, and some will waive the need to take a foreign language in college if you've taken at least 3 years of the same language in high school. Make sure and check the websites of the colleges and universities that you're most interested in going to. Fine arts classes are both a graduation requirement and a college entrance requirement. You will need 1 full credit, so 2 semesters of art, to qualify for graduation. There are many different options available in both the visual and performing arts. Make sure and check your planning guide for all of their descriptions. CTE classes stand for Career and Technical Education. There have been some changes to these classes, so read carefully in the planning guide about credits, lengths of classes, etc. Plan accordingly. Tech Prep. Tech Prep credits are a great way for you to get free or very cheap college credits. When looking at the planning guide, you will see classes with a ribbon that says Tech Prep. These are the classes that qualify for this option. If you earn a B or better in these classes, you will receive 5 college credits and 0.5 extra high school credits for a total of 1.0 high school credit. If you are behind on credits for graduation, this is a great way to make up those credits. Make note. As you are planning for your requests for next year. Please keep in mind that we will hold you to these requests. The only reason we will allow for a schedule change next year is if a class is affecting your graduation status. Please make sure that you meet all of the qualifications for the classes you are requesting. They can all be found in the descriptions of the classes in the planning guide. Sometimes we may change your schedule due to class numbers, but the master schedule is based on your requests. Planning for after high school. Is your dream, your plan, your hope to go to college? Then you're in the right place. We want to make sure you're setting yourself up for the success of this goal. Luckily, our high school graduation requirements now match up almost perfectly with the minimum requirements for getting into college. The only difference is that 2 or more years of foreign language are required to go to college. Remember, these are minimums requirements, and many colleges would like you to go above and beyond this. Make sure that you are researching the colleges that you want to go to and meeting their requirements for admittance. If you have any questions, bring them up with your counselor during your meeting. Do you know about our amazing College and Career Center located in the basement of the Little Theater? You can access much of the information from our counseling webpage on the Everett High School site. This is a great place to get help with college information, listen to college admissions representatives, find out about career and volunteer opportunities. The list of services is amazing. If you have not visited Mrs. Weir in the College and Career Center, go on down and check it out. Did you know you can earn college credit while staying on campus? AP classes are offered with the chance to take a test at the end of the school year for a fee. Depending on how you score and what college you are going to, you can receive college credit for that class. We also offer college and the high school credits. These are classes that you take at the high school and then also receive credit at either Everett Community College or the University of Washington. These have a little bit higher fee but are well worth the price for the transfer to a 4-year university or a community college. Are you college bound? If you are, then make sure to take the steps to do everything that you're supposed to do. Take the credits you need to be admitted into college. Research your favorite colleges. Great part is we now have Naviance that many of you have gotten to use, and you've already started this process. Schedule and document community service, clubs, sports, activities, or volunteer hours so you're ready to go when it's time for college applications and recommendation letters. If you are an athlete at Everett High School who would also like to play sports in college, make sure you're getting information about NCAA and their clearinghouse. You must register for this, and you must also meet certain requirements above and beyond high school graduation. See your counselor for more information. Also, make an appointment with your counselor. We're very excited about our new registration process, but these are going to be short meetings. We will have time to look over things very quickly with you and give recommendations for classes you should be taking next year. But we would also like you to have a longer appointment with your counselor. Come into the counseling center and make an appointment with our secretary. You can also visit the EHS counseling website. There's a ton of information about colleges, SAT, ACT, classes, and all sorts of good ideas on what you should be doing to get ready so that your after high school plan is set and ready. Registration is a snap. First, review your credit check form. There's a lot of information on here that will help you decide what classes you'd like to take. You can write on this form, make notes, put down questions that you want to ask your counselor. Second, select classes and alternates. Refer to the planning guide for any descriptions. This is a very important part of the process. A lot of kids don't think about the alternates that they want to do, or they don't put enough in. There's a high chance that you could receive one of the classes that you put in as your alternate, so you want to make sure that this is a class you really want to take. Third, review the information with family and talk with your teachers. Talk to your math teachers, your science teachers, your English teachers, and your elective teachers to find out what your strengths are, where they see you being next year, and which classes you should take. Fourth, and a very important part of it is that you need to log into the Home Access Center and enter your requests and alternates. If you don't do this, we will, and we don't always pick classes that you run the school. Additional considerations that you might want to think about. Many students are deciding on if they're going to do Running Start or Snow Isle. We would still like you to pick a full set of classes because you don't know yet if you've made it into those programs. Once you know for sure this is the route you're going to take, you can meet with your counselor and have a chance to change any requests for next year. Also think about your time management, your classroom workload. Kind of know yourself and stay balanced. We want you to take the most rigorous course load available, but we also want to make sure you're well balanced and you're taking care of yourself.
The online registration system will open on February 22nd and close on March 30th. After your meeting with your counselor, log on to the system and enter your requests and alternative requests. Directions are in the folder you will receive in your English classes. Reminder that this is a request system only. You are not picking periods or teachers. Make sure and do a good job with this as we would build the master schedule and hold you to your requests for next year. So here are the steps to registration and getting an amazing schedule. Follow all directions and do everything intentionally. Make sure and complete the registration worksheet. List your alternatives. Meet with your counselor during your English class. And most importantly, make sure to input your information into the registration system by March 30th.
Okay. When it's time to log on to the system, it's a very simple process from the district website. This is the sheet that you will be given in your class on how to access the program. It will probably look very familiar to most of you since this is the same program that we used last year. Important. In April, you will receive what's called an RSVP form. This is kind of a last chance course verification form. This will be your one last chance to change any requests or alternates. You're going to do that, sign the form, and return it to school. Thank you, and happy registration. We're excited about our new process, and we hope it works out well for all of you.